Alright. Alright, sorry about that, guys. We are back. Alright, sorry about that. We got it back up and running. Apologies. We're probably not gonna hit the same peak that we did, but hey, damn, it was skyrocketing in hours and shit. That's crazy. All right, well, rip. But thank you guys for coming back. I apologize about the sudden disconnect and stuff. I don't know, man. I pay my internet bill on time and everything, and I don't know. Sometimes you just get shafted. It is what it is, but. Getting ready to start getting ready to start the draft for game number 3. Can I? There we go. All right. Let's see here. Let's just get in the draft cam. Oh my God! Come on. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Alright. Okay, so we're keeping pretty much the exact same bands, except this time Nordians don't want to give over the Pantheon, so that is the only difference in the draft. He's here gonna stay banned, and the Sejuani is gonna stay permad against Loserinos. And we keep the same 3 bans we have from the side of losers since the start of game 1. So let's see here what Loserinos are intending to pick up. The Xin Zhao here for Loserinos. Alright, so Xin Zhao was played game 1 by Nordians, which means it won't be playable again this series after this game. But let's see if we're able to return a service game. Okay, the Jax picked up here for Azor. Alright. Good matchup. Well, good into, just naturally good into Xin Zhao. Could be a flex into the jungle. We have seen some people play Jax jungle, so it really just depends. There are still some bruiser style junglers available, but Loserinos instead, they see the Braum, they're instantly gonna look to hover the Lulu, so maybe we get Cho'Gath My Sin on a hyper carry angle like a Zeri or a Jinx itself. Bleo's had a fantastic game on the Jinx, and yeah, let's see where we can get things going. Ooh, the Vayne here for Cho'Gath. Okay, definitely interesting. Doesn't do too well into Jax or Braum, but probably just picking for like the super late game scaling. We'll see what Bleos has. Normally Kaisa a really good pick here into the Vayne, so maybe that's something that we're gonna be able to see out of him. But instead, seeing the Xin Zhao and the Lulu, we're just gonna decide to opt for the Xayah. Relative safety, good scaling, great damage, and really good objective presence. Hui gonna be taken away from Dr. Caron. Darius, as always banned. Second rotation here against Azor. There we go. The Gwen gonna be banned away from Bandito. I don't know if Bandito plays Gwen, that's the thing though. But anyways, Loserinos here looking to ban another champion. We've already taken care of the triple threat here from Azor. His Renekton is disabled because he already used it. About to see here, it's the cannon you're taken away from Azor because they really think this Jax is jungle. I mean, it would make a lot of sense. Great pick into Xin Zhao, and overall just brings a lot of viability when it comes to it. Okay, the Shen here in the top lane for Azor. Okay. So we wanted a counter pick here for Strike. Okay, I mean, I can see it, but I mean, does Strikey play Rise? Because that's like the Victor counter pick. If he doesn't play Rise, then it's no real counter pick. Yeah, that's the question. Let's find out. We've got some insane late game scaling for Los Loserinos. They want to take us to match point in their favor. Let's see if it's going to be able to happen. That angry Aztec music in the background. Shoutouts to DK64, probably getting a port switch very soon. I cannot wait if that is the case on the NSO. Alright, and it's gonna be a Mundo. Okay, well, I mean, Mundo never really has any trouble into either Jax or Shen, so there's not much that Mundo cares about in this matchup. Does Mundo not have eyes in the default skin? He doesn't have an iris, right? It looks like they're blank. It's like an empty stare. Kind of creepy, no? A Viger picked here for Strikey. Okay, so not the most synergistic 5-man roster. About 5 characters in the game. I mean, Jax and Braum with Shen work well together. But the Xayah and Viger do feel a little bit out of place. But hey, Nordians did pretty much stomp that last game. But it was pretty much thanks to Azor with an insane... Ba da bam bim bam boom, bam 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 bim bam 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 boom bam bam bim bam boom boom ba da bam. Boom, boom. Remember, if you enjoy what you're watching, please remember to smash that smash that like button, please. Tells YouTube that we're a cool channel, and it helps us stay relevant in the casting sphere. Enjoy the music for a quick second. I'm just gonna mute up real quick. I'm gonna just have a quick snackerinos, some more chipperinos, because I am Stardingo. So I'll be right back. Alright. Beep boop. Boop 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 boop. Alright. Alright, I got to enjoy a little bit of the Chippy Whippies. Shit is delicioso. Alright. Now, looking at the draft, I can't help but be biased for Los Loserinos. Their draft just looks so much more clean, but we've seen Blios and friends really pull shit out of their ass before, so maybe that's the case. Who knows? Anyways, let's see what we're rocking up with. Game number 4. Show me some sexy skins. We got Pool Party Mundo, Poor Zinzao, Creator Victor, Soul Stealer Vayne, Pool Party Lulu, Empyrean, Jax TPA, Shen, Elder Wood, Viger, Phoenix, Brave, Prestige, Brave, Phoenix, Zaya, El Tigre, Brom. So it is Zinzao Jungle. It is Jax Jungle as predicted. Interesting to see Azor playing a little bit more of a weak side matchup. Normally is more of a carry style player when he does play. So we'll have to see what Gucci Bamuchiness we get to see in this game, because so we saw the duality of Bandito. We saw the super unkillable Omega OP as tank winning the game, Bandito. And then we saw the 045 Bandito that did nothing all game. And basically lost his team the game for free because Gwen was so fed, well, that they never had to go top. Because Gwen was winning like 1v2s by herself. Alright, so in this Mundo matchup, he is favored against Azor. And should definitely look to clap some cheeks. Mundo has been an answer to Shen for eons. Even back before the Shen rework, Mundo was known as the Shen Slayer. I mean, there were a lot of champions that were the Shen Slayer, but Mundo, you know, because back in the day you could stack Sunfire games, Mundo would just sit on Shen and Shen would just die. Yep. And there was nothing Shen could do. At no point during the game could Shen do anything. But now the matchup a little bit different. If Bandito gets a little bit too greedy and there's a little bit of jungle assistance, maybe things will be different here. But I'm interested in seeing if Strikey can have a good game. It's not like the Anivia was doing badly, but the rest of his team, unfortunately, was just kind of NPC syndrome. And some of the plays that they were forcing with Hody and Mycin just really weren't working out. Trying to get aggressive. Trying to get aggressive in the enemy jungle without your AD carry or your mid laner. It's just like, yeah. Question mark pings, baby. Got that BDS penguin ping with the fishing rod. Just like, question mark, bro. What are you doing, bro? So here in this bot lane, that way, and Bleo's probably gonna look to try and have some kill potential on Shogun. At least the earlier this game goes. Ooh, okay. Shogun not gonna get stunned up by the Witch's Bite. Gonna use the Korean pro strategy of walking the hell away. Because we all know that Genji is the master of inventing cool techniques. And the runaway strat, something that Genji is very good at when they need to dodge skill shots. So, Vayne is playing weak side for pretty much most of the game. There will be some angles in the mid to late game where Vayne can look a lot more useful than Zaya. But it's like more in like an isolated case, you know. Zaya will always have that better team fight ability. So we got double blue smite, pretty much mirrored summoners across the board, except for the ghosts here on the Mundo. Bandito, really big fan of Gwen and Mundo, really big fan of not taking flash. And that way, gonna get a little bit punished. And yeah, that way, as he exhausts this game, no heals, so it does have to be a little bit careful. There's no unsealed spellbook shenanigans happening this game. And that's all the sustain the Braum had access to, no pots left. Ooh, Bandito gonna use the Burning Agony a little bit early here, and Strikey starting to get zoned a little bit from creeps. Ooh, the flash from that way missing. Ooh, and then the condemn into the wall. Strikey forced to flash here in the mid lane thanks to Hodie's visit. So yeah, that's a very immobile Viger that is very easy to kill. Okay, we get the nice Shadow Dash onto Bandito. And now Bachamp looking for a return visit is gonna get spotted on a ward though. But he is alone, so unfortunately there's just not gonna be any damage, and well okay. Teleport invested by Viger. He bought a tier and oh, okay. Gotta cancel about 1,000 autos, and oh, the minion is gonna bravely tank that. Ooh, Mundo getting pretty low here, but Shen Flash, Mundo goes. And Dr. Caron pretty happy with the results of his early farming. Gonna be able to get himself access to a lost chapter at least. Takao is running a little low on mana, probably has to take a recall soon. But so far, he's having a lot of fun against Mr. Strikey. Just naturally out CSing the shit out of poor Strikey every opportunity he gets a chance to. Okay, so it's Boots versus Cull, so Zaya understands that this laning phase, well, there's ooh, the E here gonna miss, not gonna execute, so not gonna be used to slap. And I Shadow Dash here, Bandito maybe in a bit of trouble. The big minion wave though, really hurting Azor, and Azor is going full damage build, going Titanic early here against this Mundo, really just trying to find an opportunity to try and get kills on him. As I mean, Mundo's weakest point in the game is pre-2 items. After that, and Mundo does become a little bit... Okay, the maximum dosage has been used here. And that's his first blood for Mr. Hodie Jones. Has to use his flash, but pretty free nonetheless. And Azor not respecting the prowess that the Xin Zhao has over the Jack Shingo. Bandito gonna take a third shot, but Azor has TP, able to teleport back to the lane, and a Bachamp with Leo should be able to take this dragon without any contention measures. Okay, Hodie Jones is gonna meet a Bachamp, but a Bachamp gonna decide that it's just not worth it. Second Giant Spell picked up here for Mundo in the push lifestyle. We'll see if it's gonna be enough. I think we're gonna be comfortably a wave plus ahead of the Viger, and not as insane CSD as he was in other matchups. But the Ketamine is gonna be denied here from Chogun. And now Azor has to be a little bit careful. Okay, first upgrade has come in here for Victor. He does have the death ray upgraded, so we'll make his farming lifestyle a little bit easier. So he'll be able to push in. Leo's just going to take a turret shot for that. While his support is rotating. But I mean, the Vayne is supposed to be used, the isolation. Ooh, okay, no flash here on Strikey, but he's able to use the legendary Korean strategy because he's got Boots 1 and he can walk out of danger. And Chogan has to be a little bit careful. This Zaya is still pretty strong. Okay. Yeah, Lulu making sure that Vayne gets that CS, no matter the cost. So that is grubs for Dragon Trading. Bad Champ is just farming away right now, but Hody is having a lot of fun right now in this game, and the Victor seems to be cleanly doing what he needs to against the Viger. Rod of Ages coming in, so Striking not necessarily going to be that big dig DPS that they might need him to be, but hey, give or take 30-40 minutes, even Viger can become a little bit useful. Alright, the Condemn here to push the aggressivity from Bleos away. The Unbreakable going to be summoned just to deny any counter fumbles. And a Bad Champ here clearing out vision and trying to find Mr. Holy Jones, because as the Jax does have a favorable 1v1 style matchup here with looking to find a play here on Dr. Calhoun, but Dr. Calhoun could smell that something is amiss. The Baby Cage is not going to be able to find anyone. And now maybe a Bad Champ. Ooh, okay, the stun here. Ooh. Okay, the root here onto Lulu. And Bleo's just doing a lot of damage, but looking at the resets. Oh. Like that guy gonna easily be able to survive the burst. Holding onto his flash. Nerves of steel this man has. But Strikey does have flash. Might look for like a cheesy flash Q opportunity. Looks like that's not going to be the case. Shadow Dash onto the Mundo. Not going to do much. Bandito doing good. Gets his third giant spell. That's about a 400 gold lead. Just from, what is that, a plate taken in the top lane? I can't see. I think so. Yeah, that's one plate taken and just about 10 CS up. Here, Cho'Gath is very low on mana, so... Okay, that way gets transmogrified the Mogliode, and it's going to have to be a little bit careful, but both AD carries would like to take a proper back here. Have a decent amount of money, 2,400 gold here for Bleos, so he's got that madman money, no me. It looks like it's going to be Wild Arrows here as the first item for Mr. Bleedly. And we almost have a Rod of Ages here on Viger, but unfortunately not going to be able to match the speed at which Dr. Calhoun is able to finish his items. So it's going to be a little point in time where Strikey is pretty naked. He has his flash though, so shouldn't be instantly killable. Okay, the Wind Become Lightning is going to miss. And Dr. Calhoun, okay, a nice condemn into the wall. Bleo's taking the half, but now Cho'Gath is a level down. Stand United invested. Okay, Bleo's taken to almost nothing. Okay, Bad Champ looking for the fight here, but now gonna get taken down by Mr. Holy Jones, and now Strikey could be in danger. And now the Polymorph forcing Strikey to flash over the wall, and yeah, that's gonna be Bandito here, very happy. Gets almost an entire full turret to himself. Almost a 20 plus CS lead, 1,000 gold diff already, and that turret is not long for this world. Mr. Bandito has 1,600 gold. Let's see what he ends up buying with a push lifestyle. But Bleo's got very aggressive. Good thing they had a Shen on his team. If not, maybe that could have ended worse for wear at the end of the day. Alright, Warmog's finished in the push lifestyle. Looks like Heartsteel is the next pretty boy thing to buy. And yeah, Dr. Calhoun having a lot of fun. Just punishing the Viger. But Viger against the Vayne has been able to catch up a decent bit of CS. So, because, you know, a lot less threatening a girl with a crossbow than a guy with a laser death ray killing machine. Alright, that's gonna be the feats. That's gonna be the feats of Allahu Snack Bar taken here by Los Loserinos, and it's 2-1 in objectives and 2-0 in kills. So the next kill and or objective that goes over to the side of Los Loserinos will decide the feat. So unless Nordians kind of shape up, things are gonna get pretty buck nasty for a little bit. Merchand's picked up here for Zinzao, and Victor realizing that there's a lot of annoying CCs like the Taunt, the Braum, the Viger, the Jax, and stuff. And now Bandito is entering his Jeffrey Epstein arc, where he's going to do to Shen what people don't want to be done to kids. And there's nothing that Azor can do about this. This is the nature of the matchup. You're picking weak side into a Mundo, or supposedly weak side, but you're picking a side that doesn't outscale, doesn't outdamage. You are there to save President Blios. That is all the Shen is here for. He is going to watch as his turrets just get taken from him. And it is gonna be what it is gonna be. A bad champion. Okay, we get the Flash Glacial Fissure here, the stun here onto Cho'Gath, and that's just wow. Okay, that's a lot invested here. That's the Flash. Lots of Jax ult and the Braum ult. Okay, and now Strikey might be in a little bit of trouble here. We have the Stand United here, forcing it out early, which means that that we get even less access to CS, and that's going to be the feats of strength decided here with that Rift Herald going over to the side of Los Loserinos. Looking at the gold diff, Viger was able to catch up quite a bit, even caught up in CS to the point where he has a little bit more CS than Dr. Caron, at least for now. Yeah, that top lane diff being almost 2,000 plus gold. Okay, bad champ here forced to flash away. So tried counter jungling, things not working out, and that's just gonna be the inner taken for what is essentially free, because yeah, Bandito can walk up, not care. The Herald goes down here, but that's another turret, so we're just adding more money to this man's pocket, and we saw what Bandito could do with money in the last game, so we'll have to see if he's got the skills needed to repeat that game 1 performance. Okay, Azor here, just getting mollywopped around, you know, taking that ukulele right up his ass, and he's not enjoying. Okay, Mycin gonna be taking the 40%, but here Cho'Gath tries to find a tumble. Yeah, Vayne without an item, to be honest, guys, it's not scary. Blios has nothing to worry about, at least until Cho'Gath gets to probably the like board Jinsu Triforce-ish mark, and that's when I'd get scared. Oof. Okay, Blios has so much wave clear already. Looking at it, about a third of the way, about halfway to the infinity, a little bit over halfway to the infinity edge. Having a lot of fun. The Heartsteel finish here from Mr. Mundoson, and yeah, there's no Leandris anywhere in sight. And yeah, this Mundo ain't gonna die fast. This builds a little bit of armor. Honestly, if he gets plated, if he gets armor advanced, might just be invincible for most of the game. Yeah, I'll be 100,000,000% with you. And with an Ocean Soul, Mundo slaps someone, bro, he's gonna heal like 5,000 health. Shit's gonna be El Bustadori Fundamori. Alright, we are looking for a flank angle here on Bandito. The infected cleavers, he's beating his meat on people's faces, and sometimes it's working. But so far we just need to buy time and get the jungler away from the camp. But a bad champ is gonna steal okay, Mycin getting caught, has to flash over the wall, but here, now, this Mundo is going to town, trying Oh, unfortunately, not going to be able to find it. And Azor with a proper taunt. And Blios never really threatened in these team fights. So, unfortunately, Dr. Caron not at the point of the game where he does insane amounts of L9 super style damage. Is getting close to that 2-item point. But right now, this Jax is proving to be a pretty big obstacle. As well, you know, Xin Zhao trying to auto attack through the counter strike just ends up smacking himself so hard that he just dies. And yeah, Shen really trying to catch back up to Mr. Mundo Sin. But Blios almost having 2 items. Vayne just finished her board. So Vayne is down almost an entire item plus. But Vayne does become a little bit of an annoying late game scale threat, but Shen and Jax are 2 very notoriously good champions at dealing with Vayne. Why? Because he can turn off auto attacks. So that is something that we are going to have to keep in mind for the rest of the game. We got the Swifties here on the Mundo. We got the Merc Treads. I would like to see maybe like Moonstone or maybe like Mikhail's here on my Sin next. Really would help. Just get through a lot of this annoying damage. And Shogun here, okay, well, that's one way to kill a Braum. I mean, you just slap him with 500 million feathers or whatever, right? And now, Bandito looking to serve himself some delicious, hot, crispy fried chicken. Because I guess that's what Zaya is, right? She's a bird, or bird woman. Is she like Hot Girl? Or is she more like... I don't know. Because Hot Girl is just a woman that can scream like a hawk and swing an electric mace. So... But she's an alien. But, I don't know. At the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves some of the weird questions in life, you know? So Mr. Mundo Sin just farming up. Duck Caron here doesn't yet have enough. I'm missing about, what is that, 17. He's at 9. Okay, he's missing about 300 gold before he can finish his Leandries. So that's going to be a really big power spot. Because there's a big front line here on the side of Nordians. And it's surprising to see that way play a non-enchanter. It's something very rare. But the Braum is normally the only non-enchanter he plays. So, after this, his pool might get a little bit smaller again. We saw the Melio, the Nami, and the Braum. Okay, but now Bandito might be in a bit of trouble here. Gotta pop the Healmify. The pill gets popped. And that's just gonna be a free out-of-can start here. Bandito, unfortunately, walking to his doom. And now we find the Shen here, and then Blios gets caught out, and this Vayne, if there's no one stopping her, then she's unstoppable. Because people die when they are killed, and now Abachamp wants to come in, wants to get his attempt at a steal, but they're gonna just shut him down, and Victor takes a kill onto the Jaximus. And unfortunately, Nordian's gonna fumble the bag there. Blios stuck in that near that arcane storm, just taking so much damage. And Azor getting mollywopped. That's gonna be a turret plus Otacon plus maybe even another dragon here. It is an Ocean Soul, so I definitely do want to get as many of those as they can. That is Leandries. And now we're working on maybe a Zonias or something here for Victor. I wouldn't mind seeing something like a... I wouldn't mind seeing a Shadow Flame, but I also really wouldn't mind seeing something like a Morellonomicon. Okay, we're looking to get on. And Blios doesn't have the time to turn... Ooh, okay. Okay, wow! Okay, the Heartsteel proc on the Blios' face, and that's just gonna be all she wrote. And Bandito. Okay, the flash here from Dr. Calron to avenge Bandito. Okay, Strikey not going to be able to find his mark here. But Shogun getting really excited. Hody dies before he can even use the Crescent Slash. You see the animation come out, but as he does, the Feather Recall just does so much damage. And, well, Hody just died where he stood here. So now Mundo Sin. You see the Xayah when she doesn't have her ult, how easy she's killable? I mean, Mundo literally walked up there, Heartsteel proc, and did half her life. So, I mean, that is the fate of Mundo versus 80 carries. Hody here now starting up the Dragon. And Shogun here forced the flash, and Hody. Alright, Hody has flash, so he can get out. But now Shogun gonna be in a bit of danger. And yeah, I think Mycin is okay. Mycin is sorry. Shogun is at least gonna take 50% of the HP bar. And Bandito just gonna look at the turret like it's some fruit snacks. Alright, well, there's no anti-heal. Oh, Strikey here forced the flash though away from Dr. Caron. I got a little bit scared because the gravity field found him, and a bad champ here gonna try and take a sneaky recall, try and maybe trap Mr. Caron's, but it's not gonna work. Dr. Caron has the Seeker's Arm Guard now, so pretty comfortable in terms of his scaling. Let's check in on Strikey's power level, 261, so he has 488 AP, and still about a third of the way to where Vigors are super comfortable. I really like seeing the 500 sack mark era for Viger in the late game, but we're only at 26 minutes. Only 4 dragons have been taken, so it's not that big of a deal. But in terms of turrets, though, if Bandito has some Netflix and chill time with some turrets, they ain't gonna last long. Because now he has a Titanic, 237 stacks on the Heartsteel, and this man is definitely killable. And now Shogun once again almost gets caught out with his pants down, but thankfully Vayne's ult makes you invisible until you auto again. Turns every tumble into a little invisible roll. But they're just starting up. They're just starting a Baron, and now they have to call it off. Hody sees this, gonna get a grab onto. And here, yeah, Bandito just gonna mollywop the turret again, and okay, the Shenhold was invested here, so it is a win for Los Loserinos, and Bandito able to just go back, continue just hitting the turrets. And that's like Caron taking another turret. Now Bandito just roaming around, has another 2,000 gold. Let's look at how. Okay, he's about 3,000 gold ahead, but he's not unkillable. He is very strong though, but he definitely does need some armor. Okay, Baron was called off. Okay, Bandito unfortunately caught with his pants down. Not going to be able to find an angle here. Okay, the Vayne ultimates. The final hour invested. That's a big cooldown for Vayne. Because it does lower once it's off. Once it's on. Ooh, Shogun could be in a dangerous spot here. Okay. Now, unfortunately, Shogun just kind of griefing his team. Leo's able to find Mycin in the background, and yeah, I don't know about that, brother. That's gonna be a free Baron given over. And I think if anything, you definitely want, you definitely need a Randuin to be able to deal with his Xayah, because she's got anti-heal, so okay, Bleos does a lot of damage, and with the feather, it's gonna get the root up. Ooh, now Bandito might have died again here. Unfortunately, the duality of Bandito. You either get the Bandito 1v9ing the enemy team, or you get the Bandito unfortunately getting caught and dying 100 million times. No armor though against the Xayah feels a little bit disrespectful. I get it that you need the Overlord's Blood Mail or whatever and the Seraph's Gauge to really try and one-shot people, but I think with the Randuins you could absorb so much damage, especially since Xayah is so like crit focused. And now we're going. I mean, it could be. It's not Triforce, and it's gonna be Ocean Soulborn here, given over essentially for what feels like free to Nordians, due to the fact that unfortunately Bandito is not having the best series. He's having a little bit of a Hylissang arc. Dr. Caron now on 3 items, pretty comfortable here. Shogun is getting close to becoming useful. We saw some team fights where he was doing an insane amount of damage, but to be fair, he has to survive the initial burst combo, either that or just not get focused by the first initial super wombo combo of the Jack Stun, Shenton, Viger Throwdown. See, like Bleos just did half of Hody's health with a single auto attack. So once as double cannon minion baroned up, we gotta find a way to start a team fight. Okay, the infected cleaver does do a little bit of damage, but the baroned up wave very good against the likes of Victor Mundo. Okay, well, they eventually have to stop giving up things. So that's gonna be the inhib giving up, and Mundo, they really want that top inner. Mundo gotta be careful. Okay, nice hard seal proc takes about 50% of Bleos' HP. And another Titanic proc. Bleos here forced to use the ultimate, and that's Cho'Gath just assassinated. And unfortunately, there's just no there's no damage on this team. The Vayne really not working out too well here for Cho'Gath. A lot of mechanical misinputs. And yeah, that's probably just the game. Even though Bandito had a really good early, and Dr. Caron looked very clean. Unfortunately, Cho'Gath and Mycin holding down this team from being able to get to places. And we're gonna go to match point.
A summoner has disconnected.
Boom! The Noxian defeat screen. So we need to see Cho'Gath and Mycin either step up or, you know, stop running it, because things are getting rough, guys. Things are getting rough, and there's only so many games you can throw in a best of 5. They've technically already thrown 2. Well, Bandito threw game 2, and Cho'Gath and Mycin kind of, you know, just NPC'd game 3. So au niveau de cela, il faut arrêter de run it down. À cause, si on fait ça, ben, on est match point. So là, il faut gagner. Au niveau de cela, on n'a plus le choix, il faut gagner. Si on gagne pas, ben on perd. Je sais, je suis un philosophe. Je suis un artiste intellectuel du savoir-faire du jeu de League of Legends. Yeah. Yo, by the way, alright, so I know who Reynars is because his name is the same in League or whatever, but let me guess, William is Rorschach? Did I get that right? Or is it guilty? Well, I'm working on finding. I'm working on paying the artist, but the thing is, the gateway they use is linked through PayPal, and I don't have access to PayPal. So I've been looking for an alternative solution. It's the second I find a proper solution. Don't worry, that emote is already technically, it's already like preconceived. Hey, Rorschach, nice. Gros Putin says hello. Oh, welcome, Gros Putin. How you doing tonight? Yeah, we had the stream up before, but my internet just died, and it died for like 6 minutes or whatever, and 6 minutes is apparently the time it takes for YouTube to say, well, fuck the stream, you know? So, we're getting ready to get into the lobby for game number 4. So, won't be too long. Let's just switch back to the super webcam while we wait. So, what we saw from Nordians had a pretty, let's say it's a back and forth style game 1, but games 2 and 3, they just seemed really clean about it, and to be fair, I feel like it's Bandito, Chogun, and Mycin just at most points of the game not respecting the enemy draft. Like the Xayah was clearly leagues ahead of the Vayne, yet we're just funneling her kills. Like, is this like EUNE solo queue? Like, are we watching Tarek Master Yi funnel? Because sometimes that's the feeling that I was given when I was watching this gameplay. We're gonna get the game 4 draft link in a second. So, oh, there we go. A bit too long. I have to stick this. This here, we are Mr. Spectator, and if we click Baba Booey, we get Baba Booey! Alright, looks like Los Loserinos have decided to take blue once again, but this time, you know, we kind of gotta see an improvement, because if we don't, then that's just gonna be Jover. But I'm working on opening a new PayPal account, if anything, as a secondary measure, but no worries. The Onivut Sera emotes and the other few emotes I have promised are on their way the second I find a way to pay the artist. Because the money is on my desk. The money's here, okay? I just gotta find a way to send them the damn money. That's my only problem. Alrighty. We have given our ready check. It's Loserinos on blue, Nordians on red. I'm not expecting any changes ban-wise. Maybe we keep the Pantheon ban consistent here for game number 4 to stop Loserinos. Hey, is this same elo as this morning? No, this is lower elo than this morning. This morning we had it was what? It was like low diamond to mid grandmasters, and now here it's like I think 150 LP masters peak. I think for academy, it's like yeah, because it's a point based system, right? So it's you got to make a lot of sacrifices. Let's just say that much. Alright, well, yep, same 6 bans as we've seen in the past 3 games. So, well, sorry, not 3 games, because 1 game Pantheon was let through here for Nordians when they were on blue side. All right, now, can Los Loserinos take us to game 5, or do they just not have it in them? Yeah. In Prestige, the points are a little bit nicer, but the base pool expectancy is a lot higher. Now this time, Chogan going to be taking the Jinx away. The Lulu has already been used though. So maybe we're going to see a Tom Kench here from Mysin. I don't know. This team has played quite a bit together, but it looks like, I don't know, something's not ticking. This is like G2 during LEC playoffs, you know, which is like one game they look great, and the rest of the games you're just like, what the fuck am I watching? Alright, it's going to be the Zeri here for Blios. He's like, alright, you want to play Hyper Carry? Fine. And we have the Lulu for free? Cool. Alright, well, good luck, bro. It's like, I catch you at the gates of, I'll catch you at St. Peter's Golden Gates, baby, because I'm going to send you to hell. Alright. So it's Zeri Lulu versus Jinx. What? We've used I think we've used what? Karma. Honestly, against Zeri, I would like Lockdown, but I guess it's gonna be Earth Danami T. We're gonna look to get some Dave Lun in here, you know, pick that main man sushi girl. And yeah, that's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be one trip to Yuzu Sushi. Gonna order like 1 California roll, 1 Dragon Eye, and like 2 cucumber hosomakis, right? Oh, sorry, hoshimakis, not hosomakis. We're talking sushi here, so if you don't eat fish, don't worry about it. It's okay. Yeah, even I get confused on the menu half the time when I eat fish like once a week. So, alright, it's going to be the Ornn here for Azor, so it really has pivoted from playing Turbo Carry Champions to just, you know, reliable tanks, because the Shen coming in super clutch in those team fights, saving Blios' ass more than could be expected. And now we have Volibear here for Los Loserinos. Interesting. Okay, the Gwen going to be banned away from Los Loserinos. Oh, right, because Azor is the one that played Gwen. Okay. Sometimes, you know, sometimes I ask myself questions here. Okay, so we're going to ban the Galio away from Nordians. I mean, it makes sense. You know, Circle Comp sees the Galio ban, probably bans the Hui in exchange here. And now what's going to be the last ban here from Loserinos? Because so far, we have your traditional Zeri Pentakill team building arc right now. And the only thing we're missing is, like, fucking Maokai and Azir, and the game's over. But, I mean, Azir's been banned, so it's fine. The Lissandra to be taken away from Strikey, it is something that he has been known to play. This is Soft Fearless. This is Soft Fearless. So, essentially, Soft Fearless means you can play, each team can play every champion in the game once. So, like, Vise and Zhao and stuff, everything can be picked twice, once by each team, if it's left unbanned. So, that is the difference. Hard Fearless means that every champion has a single life. Soft Fearless means every champion has 2 lives. But only 1 for... Yeah, it's a weird ruling. Don't worry. There's a lot of people upset with it. It looks like we are going to get Hody Jones here on the Nefiri. I mean, it could be Nefiri, or it could be Dr. Caron playing... Oh, wait, no. Alright, now this is for... Is this Strikey's Nefiri? What is Nordian's Nefiri? So, I don't recall a bad champ playing non-tanks. I'll be 100% with you. He plays tanks and bruisers. Nefiri doesn't fit into either. She's an assassin. So, we'll have to see. Oh, the Vladimir coming out. For who, though? I mean, it's phenomenal into Vladimir unless we're using the Makor Bible. The Ornn Bible, which is the famous counterpitch strats from a Challenger Ornn player, but I doubt people know about a European Ornn god, and it's the pop. Okay, so I'm gonna say Volibear jungle, Poppy top, Vlad mid? Don't quote me on that. But that's what I'm predicting. Because Bandito is a Poppy specialist like Mr. Stardust. And Hody, honestly, I don't really know his champion pool too well. The Malzahar here for Strikey? Okay, so we are going full-blown Chalester in here, guys. Yo, call William Afton because he's got some competition. But for real, though, it is definitely going to be interesting to see a bad champ on a carry champion. Not something we've, like, almost ever seen this season or that I have ever witnessed when he was jungling in Flex. So here, that's our draft here for game number 3, guys. So, hopefully you guys enjoy this game number 4, because it looks like Nordians are gonna make them work for it. Ooh. Okay, so it is the Fury Jungle. Oh, it is Hody's Poppy. Okay, so it's Volibear top. I mean, okay, I guess. I mean, Poppy has a good matchup into Ornn, but I guess that just being able to be an instant Fury counter, because it's not like Poppy is gonna be. It's not like Bandito is gonna be where a bad champ is for most of the game. So it does make a lot of sense. Does turn off the ultimate, because the ultimate is technically like a line dash or whatever. Get stopped by Viger Cage. Get stopped by, honestly, if someone is in front of you and the Fury ult's behind you, while whoever she hits first is who she hits. So as an easy way to play against Neferi, and I mean Volibear and Poppy are pretty good meat shields when it comes to this. Malzahar is sole AP, so if Strikey gets off to a good laning phase, like he kind of did last game, where he wasn't too far behind, was a little bit down in CS, but he caught back up and he made things happen. And honestly, I think if Jogan hadn't been caught out so many times by the river, I think maybe things could have been different. And Bandito was caught with his pants down one too many times, unfortunately. I'm just going to mute up real quick. Give me like a minute. I'm going to go nom 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 on some delicious chips. And we'll be right back once we're in game, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. I've got my chat up. If you type something, I will see it out. All right, we are back. About to get into the game, ladies and gentlemen. So, anime titty jump scare. If you are not used to anime titties by now on this channel, well, clearly haven't been watching for enough time. Oh, speaking of which, let's mute all that music and get ready for our Game 4 draft. Do we got some sexy skins? How many poor people do we have? Poor people equal people without skins, not actual poor people, just people who refuse to use skins. Alright, here we go. Give me some sexy skins, please. We've got ourselves Ink Shadow Volibear, Poor Poppy, Soul Stealer, Vladimir, Prestige Battlecat, Jinx Program, Nami, Poor Nefiri, Prestige Fright Night, Zeri, Bizahar, Pajama Guardian, Lulu, and Choo Choo Orn. Some good skins. Dr. Caro pulling out all the stops, even taking the Ghost. It's double summon Airy in the mid lane though, so definitely gonna be interesting. Don't worry, I'm adjusting as we speak. Beep boop, robot, beep boop, robot, robot, beep boop, robot. Robot has been fixed. Here we go. We're now ready to play some League of Legenders. I know it's late for some people, so for those tuning out, thank you for chilling in the stream, and if you were there before the crash, thank you as well. I know sometimes it can be rough to watch for like 3+ hours of esports in a day. I don't know how I manage to watch esports every single day, but hey, you know, sometimes, you know, I'm just sick with it. Bandito. Well, we'll see. We'll see if Bandito can play well, because game 1, Bandito was using Azor like an Onahole. Game 2, Azor was wiping his ass with Bandito's face. And game 3, well, I mean, it's Muno the Shen, but it wasn't the top lane that mattered in that matchup. Let's just say that much. So, we'll see here. So far we had 2 good to decent games of Bandito and 1 horrible game. Is this the bad game of Bandito because it's game 4? We'll have to see. But Azor also has played now 2 games in a row of tanks, so it's kind of just not cared. Alright, what we need here from Shogun, because we've seen, if anyone's watched any amount of competitive League of Legends, you understand that if Zeri is fed, the game ends. Like that's it. The game just ends. If Zeri is fed, there is no game. She will go pocket rocket lightning crash and pentakill and pentakill and pentakill and defeat screen and defeat screen and defeat screen, and that's all you will see. You will just see a permanent defeat screen. So Shogun has one fucking job this game. Do not, under any circumstances, give free kills over to the fucking Zeri. If you get dove and she gets a kill, that's fine. Do not get solo killed by the damn thing. Alright. Strikey is trying to get an aggressive shove in here. Hopefully he can manage his mana. And now Dr. Caro is zoning Strikey off the wave. A little bit unfortunate. Ooh, okay. Azor finding some good damage here on a Bandito, but the minion wave is huge. Bandito almost gets taken out. Ooh, and Bandito getting cocky, getting solo killed once again. No flashes were used, but things aren't already looking too good. I mean, Ornn with a lead His champion gets ridiculously tanky, so if it gets to a point where Volibear doesn't do anything, it's gonna be bad. Okay, we're looking to get onto. Okay, a bad champ. Not gonna risk it. Gonna use Hound Pack just to get out of there right away, and not gonna look to get anything else. And the flash though on my Sid means that by the time this Neferi is level 6, there will still be no flash available here. The Malzahar has affected his first back, got half a lost chapter here in this lane. And Horn, as always, going to be building a bit of magic resist early. You're probably going to go Hollow Radiance. That's really good into Vladimir as well. Good survivability options. Alright. Okay, as a bit of a CS, like a very small CS lead here for Blios. Gonna buy the call, boots, and a long sword. It's a typical boring lane matchup buys. Okay, Bandito still gonna keep up a decent amount of CSing. Yeah, that turret is like 1 HP away from giving a plate, so... Okay, the silence gonna come out, striking now level 6. Ekdal hasn't had a chance to get a back in yet, but doesn't seem to mind too much. And now Jinx has boots. Alright. I wonder what Ekdal is gonna buy first. Is it gonna be like a Cosmic Drive or something? Is it gonna be the what's it called? The Hextech Rocket Belt? The Rocket Belt? There's a lot of avenues that he could go for, but it looks like we have priority here to start this dragon from Bad Champ and Strikey. Strikey has the first rotation, and well, Ekdal hasn't bought any items, so. Okay, we've got maybe a fight here around. Ooh, okay. Oh wow, the smite from Hody coming out just a little bit late. Ooh, now Hody gonna smack a Bad Champ into the wall. And Shogun able to find the kill on Blios. Now that way might be in a bit of trouble, but unfortunately, oh, okay. Ooh, Shogun almost dying there, but forcing the Suns out of that bot lane. Bandito doing some proxy work. Okay, and yeah, that's just dead Dito as the train runs him over. Ekdal still has not taken a recall, has about 2100 gold. Hody with a beautiful play. Unfortunately missed a smite on Dragon. But I wonder what we are going to get in this first bag, because it's going to be a big bag. So almost a Catalyst and a blasting one here for Bandito, which is Bango Chalangoing. And now Ekdal pretty low and not much HP left. I'm gonna opt to take a recall. Oh, I mean Blios is level 6, so Shogun should be a little bit careful. Could be dangerous, but Bandito here is doing the grub solo. The Fury is just farming up. I mean, yeah, that's pretty smart here. Bandito able to just AFK the grubs because he does so much damage to monsters. And now Bobby technically gets a free objective. And Bandito didn't really lose anything because he was already up an insane amount of CS. Okay, so we went Swifty, so we're going Cosmic Drive here first on the Vladimir. So we value the mobility. And Malignant is going to be the item here that we want on Strikey. And I understand your ult is a very important part of your kit as Malzahar. Because if you get silenced while checking what ties of blood, it just lets it go. Okay, that's an interesting interaction. Oh, Bandito pretty low here, but does have access to the Chomsky, Nomsky. Oh, Azor gonna miss the ult. It's not even gonna land. Oh, but the flash! The flash hammer slammer, and now Batchamp and Strikey looking to get something done here in this bot lane. Okay, the Hound Pack forced out early here. Nice play, but Shogun's like out of mana. Can't really fire the rockets. Only fire the minigun, because that doesn't cost mana to use. And yeah, Bandito 0-3 on this Volibear, so and now that way, gonna be in a bit of trouble. But Leos does an insane amount of damage. And he's just getting ready to have fun. And yep, that's Leos just finding a kill. Okay, and yeah, and the Fury comfortable at just okay. We're diving Shogun, and that's Azor who's on a rampage. Ooh, but Bandito does get a booty cheek clap here onto does get a cheek clap onto the Nefiri, who gets a little Batchamp gets a little bit cocky in this 1v1 matchup, and yeah, Leo's just is just chilling, you know. Oh, that way. Unfortunately, gonna get caught window shopping. Did not have flash, and oh, Bandito no. And yeah, Azor. Well, that's the Bonzi low, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Bonzi low. Turns out the Mamago propagandists were right. It does exist. Bandito is getting performance anxiety while looking pretty decent for most of the season. I don't know, Bandito, after calling Azor out for being very fraudulent, that he normally just shits on his face, and whenever they match up, things don't look very clean for Loserinos. He's had some defining moments, Rix. I don't know if you saw game one, but I guess you're Baltito's #1 hater. Oh, anti-heal picked up here against Vladimir. A smart investment, as Vladimir it costs him percentage HP. Oh wow, Shogun gets caught out here, and maybe Bleos is in a bit of danger. And a bad champ here having a lot of fun. Unfortunately, Hody not able to get the kill here on Zeri. Okay. I agree, Mundo, not the funnest champion to watch in competitive, like, top lane wise, and he hasn't really been meta in a while. And, Strikey, yeah, it's a bit of a lane gap, in these trying times. Now Bandito might be, caught up once again. And now it's time for the pain train as Nefiri gets her revenge for getting slammed by that Sky Splitter. And that should be the top turrets. I mean, we have the Super Mega Death Rocket is on cooldown, so Cosmic Drive has been finished here for Dr. Caron. And in terms of scaling, I mean, both teams scale pretty well, but okay, the Hound Pack gonna be used, and Leo's just lightning crashes over the wall here, excited to start fighting here. And now the dogs are doing an insane amount of damage. Mycin gets taken out on a killing spree, and now Bonzito here looks like a man caught with his pants down, but Azor is out of mana, and maybe it's time for the redemption here. The Jinx putting in that damage. A bad champ here onto Cho'Gath though. Can he find the answer? The Hound Pack, the Zap not gonna find anyone, and Hody not able to find the answer that we're looking for. And yeah, Dr. Caron, this pick isn't, from what we see right now, it isn't really working too well. I mean, oh no, Bandito. No, Bandito. Unfortunately, we're getting at the Super Omega Desperate milestone of we need to make plays happen. And we're just not making plays happen. And yeah, Dr. Caron's just gonna die to the Space Aids. Well, I guess on this skin it's called B-Jizz. I don't know. What do we call it, like, B-Sperm? Is it just B-Jizz, or does it have like a scientific name to it? Because technically that is what he's putting on people's faces. Malefic Visions or whatever? I don't know. I'm not... I haven't watched enough of the Bee movie to be able to give a rendition on how to classify insect sperm. I don't think most people have, I'll be honest. Okay, hey. Red buff Malzahar, the true threat. Now we're getting to that point in the game where Malzahar is going to be very annoying, and okay, well, we're getting ready for this Chemtech Soul. Finally a new kind of soul. Bleos has to be careful. Has the lightning crash, but doesn't want that Zeri smoke a little bit too much. Taken down to 50%, so has to be a little bit careful. Doesn't really have much sustain at this point. But the cage roll play, the Flash Malzahar ultimate, you know it, you've seen it. And Abadchamp does still have the Hound Pack, forced to get the Wild Girl, but Dr. Caron kind of going to town. Strikey gonna be able to take out Bandito. The Bear is gonna get a Jananade, and Strikey looks to be shut down here. Now Hody might be getting gunned down. Leandri is now finished though for Malzahar, so he is definitely gonna be very annoying. It's slowed down by the electroshock laser, but yeah, priority for this dragon does go over here to the side of Los Loserinos, able to stop that dragon stacking. Pretty good thing. Now Vladimir getting closer and closer to his I want to say Riftmaker. Oh, Bandito once again getting caught with his tail between his legs. Into the tidal wave, not enough to help out Bandito. The Bandy low. The return of the Trundle game. Inductor Caron and Hody. Yeah. Leandri's plus an anti-heal plus Malzahar plus Malignance, reducing the MR. If you get a Bloodletter Scourge, yeah, that's basically almost true damage. Okay. Oh, okay, and the Bad Champ gonna be able to steal away that jungle camp without even having a smite. And yeah, that's just gonna be a free Otacon here. Zeri on 2 items, Malzahar on 2 items, Neferi on 2 items, Horn on 2.5 items, and the ornaments are starting to come out. Azor is huge this game in the Bendy low matchup. Alright, we've got the Keeper's Verdict. We're trying, but okay, well, Hody tried, but he couldn't make it. And yeah, Azor just does so much damage, just clapping them cheeks like Echo wanted to in Arcane, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if your girl is crazier than she is hot, you are in the danger zone. I mean, some guys, men have reported sometimes liking unstable women, but I think in this case, you know, the jinx, Bandito poked the bear, it's Cancun time. He is getting sent on vacation, indeed. Okay, that's a triple charge Herald. That's rarely seen. Shelly putting in a lot of work, a big tidal wave, but it's just gonna catch the support. And yeah, okay, so we kill we kill the Lulu, but Azor on top, definitely 707. This game really putting in a lot of work, and yeah, Los Loserinos. I think they're waiting for Azor to finish typing his message. GG's, well played, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be Nordians advancing to fight High 7 next week. Probably going to be the Sunday Showcase feature match. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. As always, it's always a pleasure to stream. Hopefully we'll be able to find some stuff. If there are some scrims or some practices or some cool stuff going on this week, please do tag me if you'd like me to cover them, and I'll be more than happy to do so on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I think maybe Saturday, Sunday might be the esports matches of the week. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching the stream as always, and we'll see you next time. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next stream. Thanks for coming, and see you next time.